Hey guys, today we have this 2018 Chrysler 300. I'm not even sure if it's a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive or either one. This one has a misfire, engine light is on, and the engine light is flashing as well. So what that means, we have misfire on some cylinders, which we already checked it. It's in cylinder number 4, but at the same time, we're gonna go ahead and take care of the valve cover gasket, and it has some more leak underneath. So let's go check it out. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead. Open the hood. Let's see what else we can see here. Get some lights. If we remove this panel, let's go ahead and remove this panel here. This one has a 3.6 liter, as you can see, V6. This is a common problem for these cars. It's a tune-up as well. So I check it with my scanner with the cylinder number 4 is misfiring. So he asked to do a tune-up anyway, because we see some couple leaks here. Valve cover gasket leak, as you can see here. Yep. So we're gonna take care of that. All spark plug will be replaced, and also down here, let me see if we get some better lighting here. If you see the oil down there, that's a common problem with this one. This is the oil filter housing, so we're gonna be replacing that too. Let's go ahead, take care of that while everything is out. All right, let's get started. All right, with that, first we remove the engine cover. We're gonna go ahead next remove this one here. They have look like a 10mm or 8mm. Let's go ahead, take care of this one. Remove one here, one this side, and one on that side. Get this intake right here out. All right, let's go ahead and remove these. Should be out. And then this one connector back here should be able to unplug that. There you go. Let's set this aside. Once we set that aside, the next step we're going to do is we can remove the intake manifold, but we can disconnect and remove. Let's go remove these throttle body, because they have a couple wires here. Let's go ahead and try to disconnect this one here. Shouldn't be a big problem. There you go. One here, that one. We might need to remove these little hoses here. Not a plug here. Let's just go unplugging all this stuff here. That might be in the way of. There you go. Then the whole intake, the throttle body, I think we can leave it there. So we'll just remove this hose here. Let's go to the brake booster. Let's go remove that one. Let's remove this one here. This one's from the brake booster. That's fine. Then what else we can remove here? There's another one back here. So you can see this one here. There's another hose here. It goes to the on top of the one of the valve cover. So we can just like disconnect that one. Okay. There you go. That's disconnected. What else can we disconnect? There's a couple more here. 10mm back here. So we can disconnect. This right here. That's holding the intake manifold. There's one back here before we start removing the whole piece. Alright, I got these two nuts out. There's one here and one back there. This is 10mm nut. Let's see what else we have here. Sometimes we do have the holes on the other side. There you go. Yes, we do. Another 10mm nut here, and one over here. Then after that, we can just disconnect this hose here. This breather hose. You can disconnect all these, and then we can remove the top side. All right, then after that, we got the sides, those 4 nuts that hold the sides. We can go ahead and remove these for the manifold. And these are, you could use a Torque T20, fits there. However, normally with these, it doesn't fit here in the middle, so I will be using a size 8mm, and that will hold that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6 or 7? 7 of them. So we're gonna remove that so we can remove the whole intake. All right, so the 7 of these screws, that's T20 or 8mm, same sizes. That's 7 of them. We'll see if we can remove this now. Yep, this is start moving. We might need to loosen some of the brackets so it will come out easily. Either this bracket here or on the other side. Let me check it out real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick this back side here, the bracket here. Seems like it's easier to remove than the other side. You have a ground wire that on the bracket and size 12. So I'm using this small ratchet and wrench. This socket and ratchet, size 12mm. Let me see if I can remove this one nut. This one, that's size 12. So that one is the ground wire. I'm pulling the ground wire now, right here. That's the ground wire. And let's see if it's the other one is. Yep, it's a little bit deep. Let's either you get a deep socket. Let me see if I have a size 12 deep socket. Here I go. I got one. And we're gonna go ahead and remove that. Get the other. Let's see if it's 12. It might be 13. 13 or 14. Let's check it out. I might get a instead of that one, I might use an open a close wrench adjustable one. So I'm not sure it's 13 or 14, so let's go check it out. Check this 14. Might be 14. Might be 13. Let's see. Try 13. Yeah, it's 13. There you go. All right, let's go. Push it up. There you go. Start moving. So that's size 13. Let's see if I can remove this. Hopefully, the bracket back here. There you go. See the bracket here? I want to start moving. So I felt like this is easier to remove than the other side. So this one actually, the whole bolt came off. So that's the bracket. I'm just gonna lay it there. Something's holding it there. We'll see if we can remove the whole intake manifold now. Let's check it out. Let's go adjust it this side. Come on, camera should not move. Let's try this one. Sorry guys. There you go. Let's see if we can remove this now. There you go. There you go. Nothing else holding it, so we're gonna remove it. Put it aside. All right, put it aside. So now this is exposed. Let's go remove this. Put it aside. So now we can work on this one. As you can see, it's pretty open. What we can do, we can go start with these first. We're gonna remove these. Then valve cover gaskets. Or let's go spark plug first, because sometimes spark plug is easier. Let's remove the spark plugs. Let's do that. and then we can do the oil filter housing. This is just size 10. Let's remove all them. We have the spark plugs for that. Okay, so remove all the bolts here. This one, you just have a clip, you pull it out. It's pretty easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all these coil packs and replace it with a spark plug. I'm not gonna show how it's done because that's pretty easy. You will need a regular 5/8 socket for spark plugs, and let's go ahead and replace that. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and valve cover gasket. All right, so we remove all the spark plugs. They're not, I mean, they're dark and they're dirty. They're not wet, which is good. They're just pretty bad. This one uses a Champion brand, and they're just really old. There's no oil, which is good. No sign of oil, which is good. But let's go ahead and put a new. We're gonna be using iridium spark plug. This is Autolite, but this is iridium. Let's go ahead and install it. And right, keep going. The spark plugs in. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with this lower intake manifold to remove, so we can go ahead and replace the oil filter housing. And with this one, I don't think we need to remove these fuel rail, and the gasket is gonna be replaced and brand new. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these 7mm right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 8. Let's go remove that. I think the whole thing will come out together. So alright, we got them removed. So this is like 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. And this is same, all same sizes. The other thing that you need to remove is these clips here, the holes on the valve cover. Other than that, it's all removed. Let's see, that still come out. There you go. That thing is out, and then we gotta clean it up. It's gonna be a mess. So we'll see where we can put this on the side. The whole fuel rail comes out. So I've seen worse than this. This is not too bad. The oil is right there. But that's not too bad. You'd rather fix this now. Some of them, the coolant actually goes all the way back there, but this is not as bad. We're just gonna clean it up, replace this whole oil filter housing right here. First, let's put this in the side. I'm gonna go clean this up and then put a tape on this one cover so nothing will fall in here. New gasket is gonna be underneath. This comes in the new gasket and the top. All right, so I got this out right. Then I clean this area, make it dry, and then put a tape on that so nothing else will go inside there. Because I'm gonna go ahead clean this, the bottom part. This comes with the gasket. I'm not gonna put the gasket yet, but I'm gonna clean it, make sure it's dry. Then while that is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this one here. So while I'm cleaning this up, this is drying, and then we can put it back later. All right, so I got all this old gasket there. Remove. While that's removed, that is trash. Put it aside. Got my brake cleaner here. I'll clean this real quick. Well, you guys gonna say something? I'm cleaning it under here. The brake cleaner will go here. Now, that will dry. I will dry it up. Just gonna put a little bit here. Then I'm gonna wipe it off and start working on this oil filter housing. All right, so we already cleaned the bottom, this bottom manifold. Before we remove the oil filter housing, what I'm gonna do is remove this connector here first. This one just go up, press it down, and then again pry this up. So that's one of the sensor. There's another one down there. It's another sensor. I'm not sure how is that. I'll just clip here. and pull it. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this one so it'll dry up real quick. Go, it's a little wet. Then the next stop, I'm not gonna disconnect the hose there yet. It's easier for me to remove the whole housing first, and with the housing there will be like 1 2 3 4 5 inverted torque, and we're gonna use an E8 for this. As you can see, that's what it looked like. And these both here are not reusable. Our new kit will be comes with a new bolt. So let's remove that 5 of those, and we can lift this up, and we can remove that the hose here. That's a coolant hose, I believe, coolant or oil hose, but there will be more oil or coolant gonna spill here, so be prepared. We're gonna have a new a rag once we put it. So those are removed. Let me go ahead, set this. We'll see if we can see it properly when I remove it. The 5 torques are removed. Let's go ahead and pull this up. There's gonna be a lot of spillage here for sure. Let's see. See, oil coolant is gonna be together. So I'm gonna put some rag there just to absorb most of those spillage somewhere here. See if I can put it there. Nope, it's not. I'll probably just leave it. Let's see. All right, so I put a rag somewhere back here in the front side. In the front side. See if I remove this. Catch all the oil and coolant. Yep, so a lot of them coming out. I'm gonna get some paper towel. That's what I'm gonna do for better absorption. Put it aside. So while I'm pulling it up, absorbing most of those coolant and oil. Let's see. There you go. Let's see, I might need to remove this still. Okay. There might be, oh, there you go. We're gonna pull it straight up. Okay. All right, it's coming out. It's a lot of oil. So we're gonna go ahead with all this. All right, I think I got it out. There's a lot of oil in there underneath, so make sure you get a rag to clean it. Let's see. We got another rag to absorb all those coolant and oil that we have. I'm just gonna put some more rags there to absorb them all. You'll see it, plenty of oil there. So we're gonna get that absorbed. And then of course we're gonna get this removed, one of those clip here. This one there, one of the hose. I'm gonna get a pliers. I think it's a coolant, I'm not sure. Let's try to remove this. There you go. It's coolant. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna lift that up so it won't spill more. And take this out. All right. I'm gonna put some more rag here, towel, so we clean all this up. See all the oil that we have built up there? Yeah, that need to be cleaned up. There you go. So once you remove that oil filter housing, you're gonna have a bunch of coolant here. This was filled with coolant and oil, so I'm cleaning it right now. As you can see, I've used a bunch of towels and rags, but this is the most absorbent that I have. These pads here, this is pretty awesome. So I'll just leave it there and absorb all of them before I put the new oil filter housing, and make sure it's all clean. So we're just gonna fill up more coolant later and oil, and let's get the new. Let me show you the new oil filter housing. Okay, so this is the new oil filter housing that we have. It came with gasket from the bottom and top of the manifold. New bolts. We're gonna be using the new bolts. We're gonna torque them. And this is the new oil filter housing. It came with the sensors, so nothing have to worry about removing them. And the upgraded with this is the bottom part is aluminum. They're not plastic, just like this one. See that? That's plastic, and that's what happened. It leaks. But this is aluminum, and it came with the gaskets too. So nothing to worry about it. Let's go clean it up. Then once you clean up, we're gonna put that in. All right, so we got this clean up. I think that's really good. It's pretty clean. Make sure connectors are good. And then now we're gonna go ahead and install the new oil filter housing. I'm gonna set it over here. So this one, make sure this has a gasket here that goes down here. And first thing we're gonna do before we drop it in, don't forget the coolant hose that we have here. This needs to go in first. So you're gonna have a hard time to put that in. Let me get this clamp. Let's see. So this one first, hold it. Just make sure it's in. And that's all the way in. We can even put the you can go ahead put the connectors if you want. Let's put the that one and the other connector for the sensors. All right, then we're gonna line up the bottom part of these. Let's see. All right, make sure that's line up. Let's go ahead, put this thing in here. Let's see how we're gonna put it in first. Which one goes in? This should go in pretty easy. normally. There you go. Then press it down. Tap it just a little bit. There you go. It's going down slowly. There's a long tube here. Make sure that's seated all the way, the one this side. There you go. Once that's seated, I'm gonna get the new bolts that came with the new housing. And this one is the same, should be the E8. So once this is flat, that's pretty good. We're gonna drop all this 5, and then we're gonna get the torque specs for these. All right, so these bolts here, they are 9 foot-pounds. And then the sequence is from here, the next one here, the next one, this one here, crisscross. But these are only 9 foot-pounds, so it doesn't take much. So after this, we can put this lower, put a gasket on this one, on the lower intake manifold. Double check everything. All right, so we got the torque down, everything's good. I did actually open this one too, just to make sure it has come through the filter. So now we're gonna drop this lower intake manifold. Let's go ahead and remove this tape. Once that removed, I'm gonna go ahead clean up some more. This one here, this area here, I'm gonna clean up some more. Make sure it's dry. Okay, that should be pretty clean. Brake clean and the rag, that should be good. Then after that, let's see, let me clean it some more here. I feel like there's a residue from the tape stuck in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that. Then I'm gonna get the new gaskets that we have. This one here, which goes under of our lower intake manifold, and it goes here. And then the bolts under here, I think it's an 8 mm. So I'm gonna show you. Let me finish this and then let's, all right, torque it down. That's good. Let's go ahead and remove this one here. Set it down. Make sure it's lined up. Make sure it's lined up. We're gonna get the bolts. And this is 8 mm, so make sure it's 8 mm. We're gonna put this back, all of them. All right, so that one is down to 8 mm, so we're good with that. Next step I'm gonna be replacing is this little gasket on top of this upper intake manifold. Remove this one. Go ahead, clean them. I will not install them yet because I will be doing the valve cover gaskets. I'm just gonna clean these and put the new gasket. Then we're gonna remove the valve covers to do the valve cover gaskets. All right, so these gaskets here are new. Next thing I'm gonna go ahead and start with the passenger side valve cover gasket. gonna remove these connector here. This one, there's two of them, and then some clips that will come out here. All this harness will come out, and one connector back here. This hose can stay because that's gonna come out together with the valve cover. And then let's remove the 10mm bolts all around, and this should come out pretty easy. All right, so once we got all the bolts loosened, they're like 8mm. There's a spot here where you can pry it on this side. This notch here, you just gotta be gentle, and then it will pry slowly. There you go. You go underneath that little rubber so you won't break the plastic valve cover. So just be gentle, it's gonna come out. If it's something else holding it, it's not gonna move, so double check everything. Like this one, I have another one here, the size 10 that I think it should come out too. Let's see. Let me just, oh, something else is holding that one, so we gotta remove this one here. I think that's size 12. Let me see. We missed something here, like this one here. This is size 11. This needs to come out. It goes on this side, and it's hiding the other bolt. So from there, you know that now we're free. That's why you have to be gentle. This one seems like it's going pretty good. Just have to be still slowly. Check what you're doing. It's gonna come out slowly. Keep moving it back and forth until it's fully come out. Just be very gentle with this one. There you go. If you're missing one more bolt, you'll know, you'll kind of feel it. Me, I feel like everything is okay. You just have to be gentle pushing it out. There you go. I need to remove this one here. This one, let's try to remove this one. I think that's what's holding it right now. So yes, that one is holding it. This one needs to come out. That one has a size 4 Allen. So that's what I use. Size 4mm Allen. So now it should come out. There you go. See that? I think that's it. Unless I'm missing another one here. All right, so this one is coming out. As you can see, there's one thing that you need to remove in the back side. This one here needs to come out on the back side, and there's it's a torque. What size is that? Let me see. It's T20 torque, 2 of them, because it's connected here, so you need to remove that, so we'll be able to remove the whole valve cover. That's it for this one. Then we're gonna clean it up and then put a new valve cover in it. All right, with this valve cover, we had to remove this, the one on top here, and then this spark plug tube seals. To remove that, as you can see, I removed one of them here. To remove that, what I would do is, let me see, let me get a good location here so y'all can see it. I get a little, this flat screw, or you want, and then tap it down. There you go. You tap it and that comes out. Then when you remove all of them, you're gonna clean them up and put a new seals and gaskets for them. All right, I think this one we can have a gasket for this too, so we can remove that. They have a gasket goes for that as well, so you got nothing to worry about it. Right here, just the new seals for them, so let's go ahead and remove that too. Then that's it. Then we're gonna put it back together. All right, as you can see, these are T20 as well. When you remove it, that's what it look like. They'll have a new gasket to replace this. Gonna clean it up, and we're gonna have a new gasket here. Let me see what it says here. Nope, didn't say anything, but I'm pretty sure that goes in there. All right, and then to put these plug seals, the new plug seals in there, put a little oil in there. Make sure that the ridge is there, it's facing down, I mean in. And then I'm gonna use this size 30 socket, so the same diameter. I'm just gonna push it, make it flat and even, and that's it. Same thing, all of them. That's gonna go bottom down. That's perfect. All of them are gonna bottom down perfectly. If not, that means you did not put it right. Look down here, you'll see it perfectly in. This one is a little bit up, so we gotta push that some more, and then that's it. And then you're gonna put the one over here, and we're gonna put the valve cover gasket. Then we're gonna go ahead and install it. Let's put the new valve cover gasket, and they're not interchangeable, so one can go to one side and the other one goes to the other side. You just go look at the marking here, this one here, so you can see that one has a slot. Make sure that's in there, and the rest should follow. All right, this is ready to go. Make sure that's in there, and then before you put that in, the next thing we gotta do is clean this side here. I already cleaned these, and dry it with a brake cleaner. And this area here, we're gonna put some silicone there. You know what I like to use there? This is the Toyota seal packing. I like this better. I don't know why. The Mali came with it, sealant, but I'm not gonna use that. I like this better. I've never had a problem with these, so I'm gonna put it somewhere here. That crack there. I'm gonna wait for, like, I would say like 10 minutes. Same thing in the bottom side. Wait about 10 minutes, let it dry just a little bit, and we're good to go. Then we're gonna go ahead and put the valve cover. All right, it's time to put this in. Let's see if we can put it in without dropping anything. Make sure your valve cover gasket doesn't drop. You got everything lined up. Let's go ahead here. You're gonna look on the on your spark plugs tubes, they're aligned. That's the easiest way you know that you are perfectly aligned. This one, the wires can't be can be in the way, so let me see. Get one more here. There you go. I think that's good. Let's see, what else do we have? feels a little bit tight. That means something is in the way. So I think it's this one here. There you go. Okay. There you go. We're gonna drop it. Should be perfectly. I think you gotta drop the backside first. There you go. Then line it here. That's looking good. And you're gonna lift all these bolts. Make sure they're properly aligned. And there's like tabs that to get them straight. Let's see. Go back a little bit. There you go. So we put this already, torque the bolts for about 9 foot-pounds, and put the gasket on here too, the new gasket there. Just make sure they're all flat and torque down, and then we're gonna put the wirings together. We're gonna repeat the process, same thing with the other side. I'm not gonna take a video of that one, it should be exactly the same. And after that we're gonna put the intake. All right guys, I got everything installed. Intake manifolds in, all the hoses in the back is installed, those connectors is installed. Don't forget the ground wire in the back side, and all the nuts, small one 10mm to hold in the bracket, install. And we're gonna put this the last piece here, and that should be it. We're just gonna verify that everything is running well, and we don't miss anything, any parts that to remove. All right guys, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, let me know. Suggestion to make these things better. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys. Till next time.